Test, 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 test. All right, we're getting commentary going here for this Gold Scotch Doubles Finals match here in Lincoln City, Oregon. Western BCA 8-Ball Championships. We've got Joe MOYAK and Kim Allen tying up the match versus Chris Hopkins and Jill Brown on the other side. This is Patrick Nix. You're watching this on the EvoSports live stream system. We have been demoing here in Lincoln City, having the players try it out. So the players have the tablets at the table. They're putting in their own scores, starting and stopping the streams themselves. And we are just jumping in to do a little bit of commentary here and there. A little short on commentators, of course. Just this is a player-run live stream system, but we do have the ability to jump in and try to commentate some of these matches. So I'll be with you here for the remainder of this match for this Gold Scotch Doubles Finals. All right, going with the head ball break here. See what he can get going. Looks like a dry break here, so gonna have the option here. Those stripes or solids. And this is Jill Brown at the table. Looking to follow up on this and pocket this 4-ball. Probably try to swing around and looking to get shape on the 7 for the side for Chris, her partner, Chris Hopkins. Chris is a 551 Fargo. His partner, Jill, is a 382. And it looks like he's going to take that 7 to the corner pocket. And it looks like he might be trying to bang out the 5. Yeah, he was. He was trying to bang out that 5 ball to open it up a bit, which he successfully did, but it caused him to miss the shot. And okay, so Kim at the table, looking at this 13 ball. Just a little bit outside on that one, but doesn't really sell out much. And, fortunately, it leaves it right by the corner pocket there. I'm going to see if I can get a co-commentator in here.
my keyboard. Yeah, they spoke my keyboard.
All right, so Jill looking at this 2-ball, and I'm not sure what she wants to do here with this one.
Well, I'm a developer, so I'm making fun of my computer all day.
Might be a safety play here. Oh, not bad. I like that shot. I like that shot. Takes away the 13 ball and puts the 2-ball in a shootable position, and she doesn't really sell out too much of a shot here. I don't know. I don't know if Joe has too much on this. I'm looking at it. It looks like the only shot that Joe really has is the 9-ball, but he's calling the 10-ball bank shot. And I think just because that shot opens up all of the stripes for them. So it's a much more difficult shot, but he knows that it's a position shot. He's rearranging the balls in favor of stripes. And a heck of a try. Good speed, gets it down there, and it sits nicely down to that pocket. So smart shot by Joe to get that 10-ball over there. And so unlocked one of the problems, 2 of their problem balls quite nicely. Uh-oh. That looks like it's going in the drink, and it is. So that's going to give ball in hand to Kim Allen. Kim coming to the table, and she's a 462 Fargo. Her partner, Joe, is a 529. Pretty even team. And I've always said in Scotch doubles, they typically favor the team that's a little bit more even versus the lopsided skill sets. So let's see if that rings true for this finals match. And that would, if that were the case, that would favor Joe and Kim just a bit. So they are a little bit more even than the other team. Trying to figure out where to start. And always good Scotch doubles teams will, this is the part where they will have that communication and that discussion on how they want to attack the run out. And that's what she's doing. She's having a little bit of a conversation over there with her partner, figuring it out. Communication is the key here. So she's going to start off with this combo, 15-10. 15 to the 10. And you got to hit this soft. You got to hit this soft so that you're setting up the 15 for your next ball. Okay. So a bit of a rough one. Okay, we are back on.
Hi.
And
Hello.
you good?
I think so, yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, remember right click straight line.
I know.
Okay. He just told me to remind.
Okay, thank you. All
Yeah, he's
right.
got it.
We've got like a million things going on over
All
here
right,
in the
thanks,
commentating booth. So
I'm gonna give it a test.
we'll try to get a little more focused here on this match because I know it's a finals match and I know it's important. And I know what it feels like to be in this situation for these players. The little extra shakiness and nerves and the sweat
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
beating down the back of your neck. You know, it does funny things to some people. And a lot of the players, and I don't know about these specifically if they have been in this situation before, but yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense. And so I've got Paul Compte in the booth from Canada. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Now, Paul, this is your first time at this event.
Yeah, it's my first event in the US as
Yeah.
well. So and it's huge. It's the biggest event I've ever been to. It's amazing. I can't wait for the rest of the singles and to start, and then teams on the weekend.
And Jill tried to cut that 7-ball in, just got a little bit too thin on it. So this is going to really give a good opportunity here for Joe and Kim, Joe MOYAK and Kim Allen. And that is Kim coming to the table. And for stripes, I kind of like, let's see what pattern that they play here, but they just have the four balls and the 8-ball here to get down. But I think if she can leave the cue ball, right
Play
in this
low,
area
yeah.
here, yeah, that's good. Use that 7-ball. That's not bad. Using the 7-ball to kill the cue ball. And now, do you think, Paul, you should be taking this 10-ball over here? Or do you think you should be going for the 14 here?
I probably would go for the 14 because the is it the 15 ball?
Yeah, I think this is the 15
It
here.
goes past the 10.
Yep, it does.
And,
if you take the 14, I think you have to be very careful that you don't roll the cue ball up into this area, right?
Yeah.
You get the cue ball up there, and you're going to be in a pretty tough place. So if you can pocket the 14 and still leave the cue ball, right in this area here, you're golden. And let's see what and Joe is a 529 Fargo. So, certainly has the skills to do it, but he looks like he wants to take the 10 and try to come out for those other 2 balls. Let's see what kind of position he can get on these. So just stunning up the table. Not bad. Mm-hmm. And I was saying earlier that this team that's at the table right now, they're a little bit more even with their Fargos being 529 and 462 versus the other team is 551 and 382. So a little bit more of a disparity between the 2 skill sets. And a lot of times that can favor the team that is a little bit closer, right, to the same rating. But not always. Not always. It really all depends on how well they communicate, and they just have to be on the same page. Whether they don't have to be the same skill, but they really just kind of have to be on the same diagram of what the strategy is, and what the game plan is, because 8-ball is all about the strategy and the game plan and how to work through the puzzle. Right? It's like you're literally sitting down with somebody and you're putting the puzzle together.
Yeah.
Yes. And you don't want to have one person with a different game plan. So good shot by Kim, but just didn't quite come up enough to give Joe the best opportunity on the 14. But I think he should be able to manage this shot.
It goes in 5 of the 6 pockets. So
well,
it's pretty safe. Wherever
it's really only got 2 choices here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's either going to cut it to the corner or cut it to the side. It looks like he's cutting down to the corner here.
Yeah.
He's going there with it. Let's see how good he gets. He's going to send that cue ball up table a bit. Just a little bit off. Needed a little more cut on that, but he does leave it in front of the pocket. And that is the key. We call that putting it on layaway. Do you remember layaway? With
Yeah.
way back when?
Oh man.
You wanted to buy a VCR, or something, and you'd give them $10, and then they would hold it for you, and you'd pay another 20 and 20,
Yeah.
20 bucks a week, and then you'd finally get it like 6 months later.
That's already out of date. The new features have come out.
Great job, guys. That's your half cut. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
Sorry we couldn't have
Great job, shoot. Oh no, it was fantastic. It was impressive for me to watch. Very fun to watch and
I got it.
commentate.
I got it right here. So,
Yeah.
What do we get?
450.
Should be 455.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Great shooting, guys.
Yeah. See, there's the shakedown.
Oh, I gave it to Bob. I gave him a card with the QR code on it. Okay. All right, sorry. We got people coming over, but that was Melina Ortiz. Just finished second place in the Scotch doubles finals for the elite. What a fantastic performance they put on. It's really impressive to watch them play. Okay, so what did I miss here, Paul?
I'm not sure. I was kind of wrapped up in what you were with.
Oh, you
with
were
your
supposed to be watching
conversation.
when I was doing this. This is
I
what a
know-
co-commentator's
see?
for.
That's how new I am at this.
So it looks like we've got a little bit of a discussion going on.
I don't know if there's a ref being called over or anything. Okay,
Okay, so we've
there we go.
got Kim coming to the table. Okay, looks like she's on the 14 and trying to get that cue ball out of there to get shape on the 8. Yeah, nice job. She had to punch at it a bit. And that's tough to do. You know that ball is a big blocker for the cue ball, trying to get the cue ball out of that situation. But not sure if this plays in the pocket here. You think
Trying to see from my angle here.
it might. I can draw a straight line to the pocket. He is calling that pocket, Paul.
Yeah.
He is calling it, so they know at the table.
Wonder if he's going at the off the rail first, maybe. No,
it's not. It wouldn't go off the rail off the
Yeah.
ball. It would, because that ball's too far away. It might, but I think the way he's looking at it, he's going to try to pocket it straight in there. You want to hit this at pocket speed. What a beautiful
Nice
shot by Joe.
Nice shot, Joe.
So Joe MOYAK takes that one down with a great 8-ball shot, taking it to 2-1. And this short race to 4. And I'm going to take a look at the bracket real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. So MOYAK and Allen have the hot seat. So if they win this match, they win it all. Whereas Hopkins and Brown has to double dip. So they have to beat them twice in a race to 4. Yeah, so this is an uphill battle. So now in the hot seat match, this is these were the two teams in the hot seat match. And MOYAK and Allen defeated them 4-2 in that match and won the hot seat. So now Hopkins and Brown, they went down to the B side, won their third place match, and came back in for the finals here. So that's the big downside of losing that hot seat is you have to win the third place match, and then you have to come back into the finals, and you have to beat them twice in a row. And that's tough to do to a team that already beat you, right? So it's a big uphill battle there. But I can see why, with that out from Joe and Kim on that last one, I can see why they're in the position that they're in.
Table 42, Brian Cutler and Clay Belvoir. Brian goes to 2, Clay goes to 5.
So tough shot there to Tester on the 2 ball. Falls a little short, and giving the table up for Joe and Kim here. And the stripes are pretty good except for that 15 ball. Way down here, you got the 15 tied to the 6, and I believe it does play to this corner over here. If you can somehow get into the position over here to play that 15, you're going to be okay. But there's no balls anywhere down there that's going to get you down there. So you have to figure out a plan to how are you going to travel the cue ball and get it all the way down there to either break it out or get position on it. So now you don't have to, there's always a couple of ways you can go about it. You can choose to find a safety somewhere in this area. If you can find a way to get the cue ball in there, then you get your ball in hand, right? You play a good safety, you get yourself ball in hand, and then you place your ball in hand down here and you get out of trouble and you get out, right? So that if you don't have a way to get to your ball, you got to find a way to get a lock-up safety and get yourself ball in hand.
Oh.
My shot here would be, I'm thinking I'm going to, cut this
that's what I was looking
into the
at
pocket
too.
and drift that cue ball straight over this way. Now, if I don't get shape on the 13, even if I drift over into that area, the next shot I can, do something in here and get your cue ball.
Get the safety
down here for the safe, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to try to get the cue ball down into that area, pocket this 10 ball or this 12 ball here. And that's what he's doing. He's going to pocket the 12. And, their safety could be on your next shot because you could get good position to play that safe that you need to play.
Table 40, Brandon Castro and Brian Gladstone. Brandon goes to 3, Brian goes to 5.
So good shot there. Kind
that
of
worked well.
Breaks open the wall. He might have a way to travel down to the 15 now. If this ball has a little bit of an angle to where you can get the cue ball to go forward, right, you might be able to push forward past the side pocket with the cue ball and get yourself down there. So
Looks like they'd be shooting over a ball, though, so which might make it more difficult. You could probably gain a more favorable position with one of the other balls there.
Yeah, you're
on
absolutely
that ball, right?
Yeah, very good point. Yeah, shooting that 11, you're shooting, you're tree topped on top of a ball.
I think she's going for it there.
She's looking at it. It's never a comfortable cueing position to be shooting over the top of a ball. She doesn't like it.
I think her partner called her back, and yeah, they're having a discussion there about what to do.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's like, just play the 14 and give me a stop shot, and then I'll play the 11 and get down there. Maybe.
Tony Kunavong and Alex Brown.
Now
maybe if the 10 goes past into the pocket there, you may have a way to get up there.
Okay.
Or that one.
if the 10 passes the 8 ball, you
Oh,
said.
yeah, but actually, he looks like he's going for the 9. That the 9 could carry him up there too. Like
Yeah. 10 might not pass the
yeah,
8, but yeah, the 9 might get him up there. He's going to have to get through traffic to get up to that 15. Oh, he
That's
does
what
get
he's
through
trying
traffic.
for.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
Oh, he's going to get there.
big bounce, big bounce.
He got on it,
Oh,
so
there we go.
that's enough. But he didn't give it an easy shot for Kim. It's a difficult shot, but the upside is that she doesn't have to do much to get the cue ball back down
Yes.
down to the other side for a shorter shot on some of these other balls. So it is hard to control the cue ball here. It is kind of a back cut, and these are difficult to judge, right? Because you're shooting into a blind pocket, meaning you're looking this way and
Yes.
the pocket is over there. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it was a
unlucky
difficult.
on the scratch.
It was difficult to control the cue ball and difficult to see the shooting line on those back cuts like that.
I'm trying to find the adapter. Remember the adapter?
Colin said we shouldn't use the three. The
You can use the 3 for that.
Pay attention.
Yep. Okay.
Did you already look in the bins?
I looked in this white clear one, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that one's kind of a mess too.
No, I think
Nice.
Well, we've got Jill at the table with the ball in hand on the 2
teamwork.
to give her partner shape on the 6.
All right. Nice shot from Jill. I like how we call male female Scotch doubles, we call it Jack and Jill, right?
Yeah.
And then we
Oh,
actually
yeah.
have a Jill, but she doesn't have a Jack. She has a Chris. So this is Chris and Jill Scotch doubles. It's not Jack and Jill Scotch doubles. A good shot there, but a little bit too much angle on this 4 ball, and that's going to make it tough
maybe
to
a drag,
hold for position.
maybe a drag shot to just pocket weight the ball and the cue
Stun
ball
it.
should come down.
Stun it with draw over. I think she's going to just slow roll, and the slow roll is
Yeah.
going to get her maybe somewhere in here.
Yeah,
You got to be careful you don't get locked up, but
You ultimately want to hit that
Yeah,
ball straight in the face. Oh,
it was really hard to try to hold that because she
Yeah.
had to have the angle to make it. So, but that's what your partner is there for, is to pick you up.
looking at the bank, it looks like maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking
back
cut.
bank.
I'm thinking just take your medicine and try to cut that ball
Yeah.
in, send the cue ball for a ride up and down the table, and kind of cross your fingers
Actually,
that you're going to have a.
I
an
think
ankle.
he's favoring a safety here.
Oh, okay.
He was
Oh,
kind of
that-
lining up at that end of
oh,
the table,
I see it.
trying to see it as a combo.
I see
It
it
would leave them with
I see
a
it.
combo, eh?
right here.
Yeah.
Anywhere up here. Get that cue ball right up here.
I think he's even looking just closer to the pocket because then it's
Yeah.
a combo or a long. I don't know if the I don't think the 10 goes down in the corner.
Yeah, it was a good safety. I think.
And it looks like the 11 would go past the 3 if it.
Well, but the 11's not going to be in the same place as
Yeah.
it is right now because it looks like it's going to move on this shot. And it might even just take the combo here. Try to play this combo to the side pocket.
Yeah.
A little bit risky, right? But
I don't know if you can see that the 13 on the rail there. No, it looks like he's going for the combo.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but the safety here doesn't look super easy. I don't see any really good, simple place to play safe. Oh, does he do
Oh,
it? Yeah,
I
he
think
got
he got
safe.
it.
Yeah, not bad. I like it. And he separated the balls a little bit.
Nice shot, Joe.
Yeah, well done. And you're right. I think that 11 ball does pass, by the way. So uh, if and when they do get back to the table, but I don't think the three ball is going to be where it is now after this. You
Oh
know,
yes,
the
yeah.
problem here is coming into this three ball. You got a direct line. You know, the part of the three that you can hit is going to send your cue ball right to that side, right to that corner pocket.
Well, she might be able to see it straight in the face. Like, might be able to see the full face of the ball, just not the left-hand side to cut it in.
If that's the case, that's okay.
Yeah,
You just got to get a good hit and not scratch. That's,
yeah.
I mean, that's the goal here.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah,
That's what I was afraid of.
just
I mean,
what you said.
I know. I never want to do the "I told you so"s, but of course, you know, they did. I didn't tell them. I told the audience that's watching. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate mistake there. And that might cost them a little bit here. So, ball in hand. Ball in hand with three balls and the 8 ball left. I am definitely starting with this one. Always start with the, you know, either you want to start with your trouble ball, and if you don't have any trouble balls, start with the farthest one away, because then you don't have to go full table. You're just playing a half table game after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Table 58.
But you know what?
Charles Carson, Marv Joe. Marv goes to 5. Charles goes to 3.
I don't know if it fell out of my pocket or not.
I only know that there's this one.
Lifesaver.
I saw that one earlier.
Thank you. You saw it earlier. You're like, oh, there's a vape on the floor.
Well, I was just I was running around.
Right. No. Thank you.
I thought it was the one that wasn't working
Fell
anymore.
out of my pocket. No.
You were crimping. You were crimping really vigorously.
Fingers.
Yeah. Too vigorous, some might say.
Okay, so they do start with that furthest away ball. And we don't know if that 11 passes the 8 here. So if it,
I would say by his motions, maybe not.
I don't think it does. Drawing that straight line like that, it doesn't look like it goes past the 8. So
it looks like he's really straight on that one.
And he's really straight on the 13. So this is not going to be easy to get shape on the 11. Oh, that was a heck of an attempt.
Wow.
So he really powered forward, cheated the pocket a little bit, put some spin on the cue ball to try to come around to the other side of the 11, knowing that that's the only way he's going to get shape. And he almost makes it. So I think the only option here for Kim is to play this bank shot. She's already eyeing it out. She knows what to do. She doesn't need any instruction from her partner here. I think that the trick here is to get the cue ball out of the way, because what's going to happen is you're going to see a collision.
Yeah.
With the cue ball and the 11 ball right here are going to collide.
It's a little stuttering. It's still a little stuttering. So we're going to try and fix it.
So you got to watch for the collision. You have to be able to get the cue ball out of the way, and it's not easy to do. That's something that takes a lot of experience, and if you've ever played one pocket, you will know that this is a shot that you see a lot in one pocket. You're doing these kind of bank shots all the time. Okay, she doesn't even. Yeah, that's a smart move. She didn't get there though. but that was a smart move because I think the bank shot was going to double kiss. It was going to collide. And she didn't want to sell out anything, although she ended up giving up the opportunity. She had the right idea, right? She
Yeah,
could have
just
easily,
rolled too far.
yeah, she
These
could
are
have easily
fast
gotten
tables.
either behind the 8 or behind the 13. What a shot. That was
Excellent shot,
a heck of
Chris.
a shot by Chris Hopkins right
Yeah.
there. Flexing that 551 Fargo on that shot. I mean, I'm a 570, and I don't know if I'm doing that shot. That was clutch right there.
And if Jill plays us with pocket weight, she could end up leaving the cue ball safe in case it rattles.
Yeah, exactly. Just pocket speed, float the 8 ball down there.
Or if it blocks the pocket, then she doesn't really have to
Exactly.
worry about the weight
Yeah, they're
Right.
still in the
if it doesn't go.
There's-
Or if it, yeah.
even if it doesn't go, they're the favorite to win if you just hit a pocket speed. You're right. But I think she's going to make it. Just like that.
Wiped its feet going in
Never-
that one.
Never a doubt. She said never a doubt. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I got this. This game is easy. You just put the ball in the hole. No problem. So we got a 2-2 ball game in this race to 4. It is now a race to 2.
Yeah.
Here we go. And again, you are watching live in Lincoln City, Oregon. We're broadcasting from Lincoln City, Oregon at the Chinook Winds Casino and Resort. This is Patrick Nix and Paul Compte commentating to you through the EvoSports live stream platform. It is a player-run live stream platform that we offer for bars and pool halls and residences that have a pool table that want to have a live streaming system set up in their establishment. We are your company. EvoSports.live is the website. EvoSports Streaming is the YouTube channel. We're also on Facebook. Hit us up. Reach out to us if you have any questions about our systems. They are super simple and easy to use. Players are streaming this themselves. We are not doing anything but just sitting over here talking to you guys. We don't have to push any buttons or do any scorekeeping or any of that stuff.
Well, you're pushing buttons, making the lines, and showing things. But,
Yeah. Well, we have this the commentator studio feature for EvoSports, which means that when you have the system set up in the bar or pool hall, you can send a link to anybody anywhere in the world, and they can just come in just like we're doing. They can just remote in and see your match and commentate in real time. They can draw on the screen. It's a lot of fun. And it requires absolutely zero technical knowledge to run the live stream system. Anybody could do it. My grandmother would be able to do it. And she can't reset the blinking zeros on the I will say VCR, but that would make me sound too old. But
even DVD players saying DVD players is
DVD players are too old. But
yeah.
This is a super simple setup. You can have zero technical knowledge and still have fantastic live streams going on.
Well, dry break by Joe.
Yeah, and lots of traffic, lots of clusters. This is going to be, get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a bit of a long one. I hope you got a comfortable seat, chair, couch, whatever you're in, recliner.
Well, I know at least the 13 ball goes. I'm wondering if he's going to leave it. Yeah.
What 13 ball?
Is that not the 11 ball? My bad.
The 11 ball. Okay.
11 ball up here.
I think you're right. I think it does go.
Yeah.
You still testing? There's a little bit of a stutter, so we're just checking to make sure it's gone. Okay.
So is there no stream schedule for one now?
I don't know. But no matter what, now we can get them to the stream.
I guess it's set up for later.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Sure.
Jill made the 11 on the side there.
Okay, great. She's on a roll.
This might be the breakout ball to
She made it in the
on this
side.
cluster.
You said 11 in the side. You mean in the
sorry,
corner?
in the corner. My bad.
I got you. It does get the breakout here.
Is it?
Oh, did we freeze up? Hold on.
I'm gonna call the Nets good. Done. It's fucking cold, man. I'll let Darren know.
Okay, opportunity for Jill, who's getting prepared to come to the table, getting a little bit of instruction from her partner on stripes. What do they want to do? Do they want to take this 12 ball to the corner or to the side? Or they want to take this combo shot here? And it looks like she's going for the combo. And she got shape. Oh, this is great. This is very good news. I like this a lot because now Chris can put this ball in the side and he's going to have to leave his partner shape to come down off the 10 and break out the 8 on the next shot. So she's going to have to be the one to do the breakout shot.
Give him $1. I'll be right back.
Yeah, fucked up with that ass.
I don't even know where the guy is anymore. Huh? What? No, I need to find out.
Okay. It is money time for Jill right here. She's got to pull off the breakout shot on the 8 ball. Now, she doesn't have to break out the 8 ball. If she puts some spin on this cue ball, she can send it into this area here and still give her partner a shot. But she breaks it out, and gets stuck. That's a hard shot for any player, and that's going to be difficult. So I knew that was going to be the hardest shot of that sequence, was getting the breakout on the 8 and getting shape on the 8 after breaking it out. So now really the only option that her partner Chris has is to send the cue ball something like that. It may not, I don't know if my geometry is that quite that accurate. Yep. Turn it up to there. Yep, perfect. I don't know if my lines were correct, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, something like this.
Just one of those
Right.
Efren shots.
Yeah, this is the only thing he's got. You know, it's like pull the Hail Mary out. Let's throw the big long bomb. See what you can do. Yeah, it was hard because you know it's going to shorten up off that second rail unless you put a lot of outside spin on it. And just a very difficult shot all the way around. But ball in hand doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world here. They still have to pocket 8 straight balls to try to get out of this rack. Let's see what Joe wants to start with. He wants to start with the 1. I like it. 1, 6, 3, and then everything else is down table. See, that's a smart thing to do. You clear out the one side, and then you go to the other, and you work the other side of the table. You play a half-table game.
And none of the balls are blocked by any other balls down at this end as well.
Right. He didn't really get his partner as straight as he wanted on this 6 ball. So, to get on the 3 now is going to be a little tougher because she's got the wrong angle that's going to send the cue ball in this direction, right?
Yeah.
Coming out that way. Okay, so she's,
the other way.
probably a good idea just because of where you don't want to get rid of the 6 when you can't get on the 3. That 6 gets you to the 3 ball, right? So she's going to have her partner get her, get it there. But that's smart. I like that.
Well, even the position of the 8 ball where it is, it may be more beneficial to clear the balls down here, and then up there it's more of a natural shape.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
When do you go for the 6? I don't know if this is the right angle either, because this angle in the 6 is going to bring the cue ball this way.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have
Needs
to
to
be
be a
very
slow roll.
close. Yeah, you'd have to be very touchy to not, get too close to the 3 ball. I mean, you could do it, but I think you got more chances to get better on it. I like this here, although the reach is tough. I don't know if she's got an extension for the back of her cue or if she likes to use a bridge here. She might be passing up that shot just because of the difficulty of the reach, right? And that's where having the right equipment to use, like maybe an extender on the butt of your cue, or being able to use the bridge. You don't want to pass up the right shot just because it's a little bit of a reach. You want to get used to using the equipment. See what you can do. So they're having a talk over there about it to see what the right thing is to do here. Okay, she is going to go for the 6. This is a touchy shot. You got to slow roll it in there. Oh, she wanted to put it in with some power to try to maybe come into the 3.
Or even across here or something, right?
Right.
Amber goes to 3, Amber goes to 4.
So they've given the opportunity to Jill. Jill, with the moneymaker shot right here, long distance. Can she cash in on this one and go on the hill with this 8-ball? Just a little off and leaves the cue ball in a tough spot. Look at
Yeah.
that. You know, if you're going to miss, that's the way to do it. Leave them tough. So
On a rail.
whether it was intentional or not, it was a good way to miss. You're not giving up anything easy here, but I think that I can tell already by Joe, he's playing safe. I already know.
Oh yeah, yeah, maybe. 'Cause
Right.
I was
I mean,
thinking that
you
that'd
could
be
just
good.
you could just bring the 6 to the rail and bring the cue ball, you know, right to here, and force them to have to do a tough kick on the 8, maybe get ball in hand or something.
Yeah,
That'd be a real tough shot on the 8-ball.
and it gets it out of the way for the 5 in the same pocket.
Yeah, true. Good point. Unless it goes off the rail and comes back to the same spot, which is possible,
Yeah.
but you want to just don't worry about that and just focus 100% on the cue ball control. 100% cue ball control. That's what you're looking for on a safety. Where the ball goes, that's secondary.
Excellent job. Might be able to see a slice of that 8, but
And he did what you said.
Yeah.
He opened up that pocket for the 5-ball. So it was kind of a win-win there.
and I'm thinking a kick there. Yeah, he's looking at
Yeah,
kicking off the rail.
They did leave the bottom side open. I think ideally you wanted that cue ball a little bit higher, right?
Yes.
Up in this area, just a little bit higher, because it takes away that one rail kick to the side. Because that's the easy kick. The hard kick is the one that's coming
Yes.
on. That's the one you want them to be taking. This one you just hit it with some right spin. I put it all the way like some top right on the cue ball. Come in behind it.
Just double checking. Yeah.
And Chris Hopkins, where's he from anyway? He looks familiar to me. I think he's from Oregon City. Yeah, Oregon City, Oregon. That's what the Fargo app says. Oh, what a shot.
a shot.
Highlight reel.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Why is he not getting a round of applause over there? That was an incredible 8-ball
I'll give
shot.
him one.
Yeah, that was an incredible 8-ball shot from Chris Hopkins from Oregon City. Drilling that thing. He's over there standing by the table like, I can't believe I just made that. Yeah. And he puts them on the hill up 3-2. What an incredible shot. And that's the importance of a really good safety versus a semi-good safety, right? I mean, it was a good
Yes.
safety, right? He forced him to kick at it. He forced him to do something. But if that cue ball is just another about 3-4 inches higher, he doesn't have that shot.
He's
He
got
has to
both
kick
sides, 'cause-
long ways, and that
'cause there was
long distance kick is nearly impossible.
Yeah.
It's 10 times harder than the one rail
Yes.
side pocket kick shot. So, not taking anything away from Chris there. That was an absolute phenomenal shot
Yeah.
and a highlight reel. I'm sure he's going to be glad to have that on video.
Yeah.
Hopefully his grandkids will be watching that, 30 years from now. They'll be like, we have to watch this again? We've already seen it 100 times.
Yeah,
How
I
many
know,
times-
Daddy kicks the ball in the side pocket. I've seen it before. Joe breaking. Game number 6.
Ouch.
Or
That-
not.
That happens. Okay, so the other team has the option to take the break or give it back to them, and 99% of the
Yeah,
time they will
yeah.
take it because
Joe says, "No, give me that ball."
I had a unique situation in my Scotch doubles match today or last night. I had a Scotch doubles match, and we had consecutive break and runs in an alternate break match.
They broken or
So we broke and ran, and then the other team did that. Well, the cue ball flew off the table, and so we took the break and we broke and ran again. So
Oh.
we had 8-ball on the break. We're not playing APA, so it doesn't count. Just going to spot up. But yeah, we broke and ran, and then they fouled and put the cue ball off the table on their break, and so we took the break and we broke and ran again. So a very extremely rare situation where you can break and run 2 in a row in an alternate break format. So I'm going to remember that forever. So I hope they do realize that was the 8-ball that went down, and they spotted up.
So in this situation, it's spotted, and then they get to look at the table to see if it's favorable or not, and then they can choose to re-rack.
They can choose to re-rack. So they have the option of spotting the 8-ball and continuing play, or re-racking the balls, and they're choosing to re-rack the balls. It's unusual. 90% of the time when you pocket the 8 on the break, you're not going to re-rack the balls. You're going to continue shooting, even if you've kind of got a tough shot, unless you absolutely have nothing. And in that case, I don't blame him, because they really didn't have a good set up there to get started.
Yeah.
Because there's no guarantee that you're going to have a successful break on the next try. You might not make a ball on the next try and have everything wide open and kind of give the advantage back to your opponent. So this is also another rare opportunity where we're seeing 3 breaks in the same rack.
Oh,
we saw one from Jill. We saw
right.
one from Jill, and we're seeing 2 from Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a game that had 3 breaks in it.
Let's go for 4, guys.
It could be. If they do it again. I mean, you never know what you're going to see here in Lincoln City. It's just anything's possible.
Well, I know they'd like a break and run to get themselves on the hill.
Absolutely, and
And
I know they're capable of it.
And bring it down to a final game.
Yep. They're in this finals, and they have won the hot seat for a reason. Oh, and I was going to say, if that scratches, he's going to regret the decision to re-break if that scratches. But because there's no guarantees on the break, you just gotta kind of take what you get. And all the balls, every single ball is on the side of the table.
Is that a second ball break?
Maybe the 15 is. Let's see. Let's draw the line. Yep, every single ball, every single ball is on the other side of the table.
This will make for a little bit slower game, I would.
Yeah. You just never know what you're going to get in this game. I think I've seen it all, and they're still first for me. But that's what I love about this game. I don't understand, and I'm not knocking darts players, okay? But darts is a game that I don't understand, because every time you get up to the board, it's the exact same shot. Exactly. Nothing has changed. The board is exactly the same. The dart weighs the same. Everything is the same. The line is in the same place. You're shooting the same distance. Everything is exactly the same. In pool, every single time you get to the table, it's a completely different shot. You never have the same shot twice. So for me, that's much more entertaining. I get bored playing darts. and I know there's some dart players out there that'll probably be mad at me for saying this, but I think it's just boring.
Well, I'm actually a very avid darts fan. I
you're
watch all the pro stuff.
One of those that's mad at me for saying it.
No. and I can understand the idea. In pool, you have defense. You can play defense.
Right.
Darts, offensive game right from the start. You're trying to outscore. It's just pure just go to the end. There's no defensive play.
It doesn't seem like a lot of strategy involved. It's just
it's just shoot better than the other. And really in darts it comes down to the finish, which is you have to finish on a double on the outside ring of the board.
I get that you do have to. Accuracy is important, but I don't want to get into a big discussion about the darts. But
darts.
Offense only, and nothing changes. Everything is exactly the same. Every shot is exactly the same distance, and all that stuff. So I like the variety and the unpredictable nature of pool. And
Yes.
It's just incredibly unpredictable, and you just never know what you're going to see next.
No two tables are alike.
Oh no!
Right.
Every time after the break, it's completely different. So you have to be very creative. You got some fans out there listening to you?
No, I think I might have them now because I believe Justin just posted it on one of the messenger groups back in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
So
You're getting a little. Your 15 minutes of fame,
so to speak.
Paul Comte, professional pool commentator, coming to you
I'll just
live from Lincoln City,
Add
Oregon.
that to my resume.
Oh yeah, put it on your LinkedIn page.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's get back to this game here
Yes.
because we want to pay attention. This is a very important game because Chris Hopkins and Jill Brown, who is at the table right now, is on the hill. They do have to double dip. Just to remind you guys, they have to beat this team twice in this race to 4.
Yeah,
So,
and this table still got a lot of work to be done on it.
yeah, it sure does.
2 highs and 2 lows tied up there, but by the side pocket.
So
what
how
would you do here?
Yeah, I was going to ask you the same question, but since you asked me first, I will. You know, the first thing that I'm doing is I got to figure out this, right?
Yes.
I mean, everything else is fine, but what are you going to do with the cluster? And if I'm stripes, okay, for one thing, if I'm solids, I do not want to take that 5 ball. Okay, that's a good shot, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that 13 coming out of there. Okay, I tell you why. It's because if that 13 is here, right where it was, if you can get them to somehow pocket that 5 and get it away from there, then you have no solids anywhere on this side of the table, right? And then you can play safety, right? You can play safety and loosen these balls up and get yourself a ball in hand. So you always want to look at how do you strategically. Oh, and look, he's going to put the 5 into the pile. He definitely didn't want to do that. Now it's the other way around, though. Now the solids have kind of the advantage because
that looks like that would just potting the 5 in that corner would break all that out.
Well, if you want to get aggressive and play the aggressive offense, you could get an angle with solids.
No.
Yeah, she followed that right into the hole.
Well, she was over a ball there too.
All right, so this is the question: when you have ball in hand, okay, I've got. Here's what I'm doing. I'm putting the cue ball right here with ball in hand, and I'm coming off the 2, and I'm pocketing their 10. And the 2 ball is going to come up right up into this area and block anything to be done, and they're going to have nothing to shoot at except for maybe this 14 over here, right? They might be able to hit the 14. But what I'm doing is I'm taking away their duck. I'm solving one of my problems, and I'm completely okay. You can do it this. You can do it this way too. I like doing it off the 2 ball because what it does is it brings the 2 off the rail a bit, and it provides you a little bit more coverage for your safety.
Actually, that might even block the 14.
It probably would. If you hit it just right, it probably would.
Yeah,
and then you can get yourself ball in hand, and then you can work on this problem, right? You solve one problem, you get yourself another ball in hand, you solve your other problems, and then you get out.
Is she looking to follow it in?
I think maybe she is. And doesn't do it, which is good. I don't think really you don't need to follow it in, because you don't need to start running all these balls out. You start running all these balls out, and then you only got left with your problem. Just leave them on the table. Let the other team figure out the problem. Let the other team do the heavy lifting. They've got that 9 ball completely locked up in jail, right? I mean, there's not going even anywhere. If you slammed into that pile, the 9 probably is still going to probably be stuck somewhere. you know, because it's got to smash through all those balls to get out of there. It's not likely to get broken out very easily.
I wonder if he's looking at a breakout now. No.
Yeah,
it's
he doesn't.
soft.
Yeah, he's a smart player. You can tell he's a
Mhm.
smart player because he did not want to pocket that ball. The last thing you want to do when you're in trouble and you is start pocketing balls because you got nothing left to work with after that, and he knows it.
Yeah,
So smart play there.
and it also forces the other team to break it up. There's 3 balls in there.
All right, so Chris and Jill having a little conference. Chris seemed to have a good idea of what he wants to accomplish here.
From looking at the live table, it almost looks like that's a wired. Like, I'm wondering if that one actually goes in the side pocket.
It possibly
on
could.
a-
That would change everything if it did.
yeah.
I don't know. There's no way of me knowing from here.
I think she's going for a safety here. No, bank.
Oh, that
Oh,
changes
very
everything.
nice.
We call that rearranging the furniture. All right. So
All right.
now,
Now Kim,
okay, Kim knows what to do. She's going to get right to the table.
yeah, break that out.
A long bridge, bridging over all those balls. All tough there. Oh, great shot. That's what you
Good.
want to do. See, you want to take the soldiers off the field, right? It's like taking a pawn in chess. You take away their pawns, right? And
The 4? No, it's
you know,
not
a lot
pawn,
of
the
a lot of
4.
beginners to 8-ball, they think that, having less balls is better. But in 8-ball, when you're in trouble, you want to keep your balls on the table. You want to keep your soldiers on the field because otherwise you got nothing to work with and you got stuck with it. Nobody wants to be stuck with one ball and it's in trouble and you got nothing to, and the other team is just going to safety you to death. It's not going to be a fun game for you.
And yet another ball into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I don't think the one sticks out far enough
Yeah.
to carom off it into the side.
No, it doesn't. It's too far away. So you know what I'm doing here? I'm just going to thin off I can't really show you because he's in the way, but I'm going to thin off the 2, and I'm going to try to put the 2 a little closer to the pocket and just send the cue ball down to the rail down here. You know why? It's because if that 2 is close to the pocket, now it's my breakout ball. Right now I've got it as ammunition to break out the balls. Okay, so he broke out 3 of his balls. Not bad, and he doesn't really sell. This is actually pretty good because he's got no look at the 14, right? She's got no look at the 14.
She has no shot.
So she has to play. I mean, to get a good hit, unless she wants to come down and kick at this 14 ball, to get a legal hit, she has to be. They're forcing her to try to break out those balls. Okay, they're looking to see if it's frozen to the rail. And the reason that they're looking to see if it's frozen, because if it is frozen, you can't just roll up and tap it because then it would be a foul. It has to go into the rail, and if it's already on the rail, that doesn't count as getting to a rail, right? So
yes.
So
what would you be advising your partner here?
Well, if it's froze, it's a different story. If it's
we don't
frozen,
know that,
I think I'm kicking.
yeah.
I think I'm kicking at the 14. Right? because I do not want to disturb. But if it's not frozen, I would roll it. If it's not frozen, I'll just roll up nice and soft on that one, on that 9. But don't disturb the 5 ball. You don't want to do their work for them.
No.
So if it's frozen, you don't want to do that, because to get a legal hit, you'd have to break out the 5 ball. So it's frozen. You go down here and you bump that. Let's see what she's doing to do. Okay, she broke it all out.
Oh,
Everything's broken out now. So, and you know what though, the 8 ball still doesn't go here.
mm-hmm.
You know, so maybe that's kind of what they were looking at. It's like, hey, you know what? Go ahead and try to run out. Let's see you get down. Let's see you get down at the end. Make those 4 balls and get down to this shape on the 8. You know, that's not easy to do. So maybe that wasn't a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
When somebody plays that on me, though, I feel like that's a challenge. Like, okay, you're gonna challenge me to that. I'm gonna, I'll show you.
Well, it's gonna come down to him on the last ball before the 8 to try and get her shape.
Yeah, but now we got a whole new ball game, whole new situation here.
More balls tied up.
Yep. You guys at home better go to the refrigerator and get yourself another cold beverage, because we
Check
still got
this
more
out.
pool to play here.
A kick combo.
Kick combo. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Who is this guy? And the other guy, so this is Joe MOYAK, but it was Chris Hopkins on the last game that kicked in the 8 ball. We're seeing some pro caliber players, some pro caliber shots from some of these players. Look, these guys are just getting to work.
They have to. They can't afford to lose another game.
Oh, beautiful. That worked
what a
out
nice
really
roll.
well. And
Nice roll.
look at how well they're gelling. They're just on a mission right now. I mean, coming to the table with purpose, knowing exactly what we want to do, but taking time and being intentional with the shot. I like it. Not just coming down and getting down and shooting it. She's being intentional and taking the time. And it is Hill in the Gold Scotch Doubles Finals. Speaking of cold beverages, I see the teams all have some couple of cold beverages in front of them, enjoying. They all are winners, no matter what happens here tonight.
Yeah.
They have all battled to this point to where they can celebrate a little bit, knowing that whatever happens, they've had a great tournament, whether it's first or second. It's I always say, like, no matter what, when you finish a tournament, unless you won the whole thing, you finish with a little bit of disappointment. There's always, no matter how well you played in a tournament, there's always a little disappointment unless you get first, because you end with a loss. The only time you don't end a tournament with a loss is when you get first. But I think a lot of times in these kind of events like this, you still feel you feel a little, but it's a mixed feeling. It's like a little disappointing that we didn't make it, but we're really proud of where we ended up. What we did.
To me, I'm happy if, even if I go out 2 straight in the tournament, if I played well, then it's like, oh well, I didn't get a lucky roll, or did they just play better? It happens.
Yeah,
right?
That's a great way to look at it. Is
everybody wants to shoot well.
Yeah, for me, it's did I give it my best effort?
Yeah.
Right. If I can say at the end of the day, I gave it my best effort and I didn't win, I'm happy. I'm not going to be disappointed. But there's sometimes when I look back and I say, I really did not put the effort in. I did not take the time to really be intentional and do what needed to be done. And then I'm disappointed with myself, because I could have put a little bit more into it. And there are times when I do that,
Even in the prep work leading up to it. like leading up to an event, right?
Yeah, but lifestyle, right? I mean, we're not professional athletes here.
No,
we don't we
no.
don't have the some of us, we have really busy lives and some families and kids and school and work and all this other stuff, and sometimes you don't get time to practice, right? So you have to realize that the expectations are going to be set based on what you have to put into it, right? And so, you shouldn't have super high expectations if you don't have a lot of time to put into it. It's like I'm not going to be a great musician if I haven't had time to really practice my instruments. I mean, but it's effort, though. Effort is different from the pre-work. The effort when you're doing it, uh, you're at the end if you really put in the effort.
Yeah, and the same goes the other way, right? You could get somewhat far in a tournament, but you didn't really play well. You just got maybe lucky, and I find I'm more disappointed with those. Is like, well, if I'd have played well, but I kept messing this up or
Yeah.
this part of my game, and
Playing well is different from playing a good effort. Putting in a good
Yeah.
effort. It's two different things. Because
I-
you can still put in a good effort and not play well, just because you haven't gotten to that level. You haven't put in the work or the time previously. But in the moment, you might have put in a really good effort and tried your best, right? And
Yeah.
you really tried your best, and you can't be disappointed with that, because that's got to be your expectation. Your expectation is, I tried my best.
yeah,
So nice shot there from,
from Joe.
from Joe.
Oh, actually,
Oh,
he sank. I think he sank their ball.
Yeah, I sank their ball. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I wanted to take away that duck from the pocket.
I was kind of looking at that shot he's looking at now.
So you were looking up the. Oh, what a shot there from Chris! That was fantastic.
He was eyeing up those two balls over by the left hand side pocket, and then I I saw the one by the right side pocket. I thought, oh, there's an interesting shot, and he took it and made it. Great shot.
I tell you, I have been really impressed with Chris Hopkins. He's got a very good game. I'm going to have to watch out for him in the tournaments in Portland area, because this is the great thing about commentating these matches, is you get to see the talent out there. It's like you're a talent scout.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I will watch for him in the tournament. I know what I'm getting into, because he's about my speed. I can see us matching up. All right, so what does Kim have here? She's going to go with this 6 ball. And watch out. Yeah, okay. Is that 2 pass? Does a 2 pass? I think it
I
does.
believe it does, and I
But
think he
can
may
you-
have the angle to actually break
But-
the 7 out of there.
Yeah, but you really only need to bump the 10. You know what I'm saying? It's almost better to bump the 10 out than it is. Yeah, see, he went for the bump on the 7.
Wow.
Because if you were to bump the 7 over to the rail, it would have put the 10 in trouble. If you bump the 10 to the rail, and then it would have opened up the
Yeah.
the
Opened up
7
the
ball.
7.
Yeah, so a little bit of a tough shot there, but all right. So Chris Hopkins eyeing up his options here. Just checking to see if he's got that 11, and he does. He might go rail first here. Looking like he is going to go rail
Yeah,
first.
look at this.
This is an important shot because the position on this shot can really dictate how this rack is going to turn out.
Nice spin coming off the rail there.
Yeah, I like
But-
that.
Don't know if he got far enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did to be okay, but Jill's going to have to come with a more difficult shot than she really wanted to. But it is, it is here to come off of that ball, pocket that ball in the pocket. But you're going to be sending the cue ball, over here, and it might get into trouble. So it's a tough shot to execute, and it's tough to control the cue ball exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if she wants to try to back cut that 10 ball in the side there.
It doesn't matter where you want to lose.
That's a BS I hate.
Okay, so she's not going to take the 10. She's going to take the 15.
No, it's fine. We're okay. We're here to play.
Just a little short, but look at what she does. She ties up that pocket. Clogged up that pocket there.
Throwing your shit that bad.
And we got a hill thriller going on here.
No, I found
There's
it.
things that will fuck up if you do
Hill thriller. Does that 3 have room to pass? I wonder.
Yeah, I'm not sure. At this
I'm kind of
point.
thinking it might. It might. Might be one of those where it just jams together and they get locked in there, but it might have room. Oh, but you know what? The 5 ball does. I think the 5 ball has a better chance of going than the 3 ball just because of where it is.
And it would knock the it would knock that ball out of there.
Right. Do you go for it? We're going to find out right now because I think that Joe is going to take it if it has a chance of going, but he's not really. He doesn't seem to be. Oh,
He's calling it.
Yeah.
There.
he is. I like it. I like the shot, Joe. Let's get it. They want to close this thing down right now and lock up first place in this 2024 Western BCA Gold Scotch Doubles Finals.
If Chris Hopkins and Jill Brown win, it's another set that they have to play.
Right. Yeah, they don't want to play a whole nother set. You do not want to go to the second set when you've won the hot seat. You want to lock it down, and they've got a chance to do it right here. There is a possibility that Chris and Jill have shot their last balls in this tournament, but they're not putting their cues away. I don't see them over there unscrewing their cues.
No.
No way.
There's still a fair amount of game here. There's still
There could be,
3 ball.
but if he executes this
3.
shot, and gets this 5 ball in there, I think they got a good chance of closing it out. Very important shot. He might be. Is he looking at the 1 now, changing his mind?
For the one in the corner, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that the 1 plays in this
There.
pocket. I don't like it necessarily, but at the table they know better than we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he doesn't think that 5 is going to really play clean there, or off the rail, off the ball, from the
No.
camera view, it looks like a good opportunity, but
I think he's calling it in the corner.
yeah, the 1 definitely goes.
Yeah.
I'm looking straight at the actual
Yeah.
live table, and you could drive a truck through there. It's a long shot, and it's tough, and it's a little bit of a cut. Not easy to see the line on this one, but it is definitely there. Okay. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. No trophies yet. No hardware is being awarded yet, just yet. I keep wondering what that
Little
buzz
noise,
in my
yeah,
headphones is.
little
And
noise from the
I'm like, is
cue.
there something wrong with the headphones? But it's a
From the
lathe
cue
that are doing cue repair over there. And it's picking it up on our microphone and bringing it back in our headsets here.
That's the Players Club Limited booth, I believe.
Yeah.
Queue storage.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is going to be touchy. Okay,
You
so
take it down in the corner.
Jill's like,
I
why
guess.
did you leave me a
Yeah.
combo here? I don't like combos.
Well, she could take it down to the corner.
Yeah,
But then
you know, I think she's going to have to, because you know why? Because I think if she plays this combo, the cue ball ends up going right here.
Yeah, which would leave it.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if maybe
you
they'll
just
still try
unless you kind of hit it a little
safe or
firm,
something.
unless you hit it a little firm, and in which case you might pocket both balls, 15 down in the corner and 10 in the side.
We're not sure.
Let's see what Jill's got. Just a little off.
Blocks the 8 to one of the pockets.
Yeah. And now Kim and Joe have another chance to close this game out. And this time is a much better opportunity. How do we want to play this? She says.
Ooh.
I can tell you what I'm doing.
One first?
Nope.
No.
I'm going 3-ball first, bringing the cue ball back out to this area, and then I'm going to play 7, 5, 1, 8. That's my pattern.
Yeah.
Or 7, 1, 5, 8. Actually, the 5 gets you down to the 8 a little easier. Gets you on the 8 easier. She's taking the 5 first.
Okay.
You know, bringing the cue ball down table, so making things a little bit more difficult with some distance.
The 3 next, or the 6? No, I think he's.
And in the gold Scotch doubles, the cap is 1,000 Fargo points between the two players. And these players, these two that are at the table, they come in at 991. So they are 9 points under the cap. And the other team comes in at 933,
Yeah.
which is about 60.
58 points.
Yeah.
Well, you got that. You got the 6 in the corner. Now you play the 3.
Well,
Actually,
yeah, I think I'm going to play the 1 right now. I think I like the 1
Just
because the
bring it
3
up
gets you
into
to the
here,
8.
right?
So yeah, you want to play the 1 and bring the cue ball down this way. Not too far up. You want to be probably right around here for the cue ball, because I think your next shot you want to come off and then down over into this area here, and this is your prime position for the 8 ball, right? So the 3 ball with the right angle gets you a really good opportunity to get on the 8. Not come up too far, but not too short either. That came up a little far, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get shape on the 8, right? You don't have that angle that you want on the 3 ball. But you know, the way I've seen Joe play, I think he can handle this. He's
A little bit
he's
of top
pretty
left. I would
yeah,
top
well,
left to try and bring it, get the spin to bring it out.
well, because it's so straight, I like top right. I like going top inside and sending the cue ball this way.
Okay.
You can spin it a lot off these rails, but you got to make sure you account for that deflection, otherwise you'll miss the shot. See what he's going to do, because the 8 does not play in the bottom left corner. He's got to get to the other side of the 8 or underneath it.
He's trying a draw.
Oh, a draw shot? Not a bad idea. That
Just-
worked out.
Just past the 10 ball.
That worked out. And I'll tell you what, Kim jumps out of her chair. She just comes flying over there, moving fast in those Ugg boots that she's got. I think those are Uggs. My wife has a pair. That's all. That's the only reason I
that's how
know.
you know.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know Uggs. Right? People can be like, "What? Boots with the fur?" All right. They look comfortable, though. I'll tell you that. Whatever you play pool in, it's got to be comfortable. That's the important thing.
Is
Okay,
that
here
real fur?
Here we go. To close out the set for 2024 gold Scotch doubles with this 8 ball. And it's
And
down.
they
There
are
she
down.
goes. Gets a round of applause from the group over there. Congratulations to Kim Allen and Joe MOYAK coming in and taking down everybody. They went through the field undefeated. They never lost
Yeah.
a match. They won the hunt seat and they won the finals. So never lost a match, never even went to the B side. And they are taking down that first